What's going on, everyone? It's Brady with Jacoji Fine Jewelry, Shore Personal Jewelry. In this video, I'm reviewing the most underrated, or I should say, one of the best sizes for everyday look. If you're a bigger guy like me, or if you want to show a little bit more, the 7mm, and specifically we're talking about some of the most underrated style chains, the flat curve, the Mariner, and the Figaro. I'm going to explain why these chains are a great deal for that bang for your buck, overall look quality that you're getting. With that being said, let's get started. Across the screen, we got on the left the 7mm flat curve, in the middle the 7mm Mariner, and on the right the 7mm Figaro. Now, I can't stress this enough. I can't make enough videos to tell you guys, honestly, these chains are an absolute steal, and I'm specifically talking about the gram weight, which equals price for these items and the overall look you get. And we've gone through over the years and picked out the best style respectively for these chains, best flat curves, best Mariners, best Figaros that we can possibly stock. So the quality is there as well. And I want to show B-rolls, show you guys what these are looking like. But overall, a 7mm flat curve, a 7mm Mariner, and a 7mm Figaro. These three are all very classic links and winners. Why do I love the 7mm so much? When it comes to link chain, I feel for these circumstances I'm about to explain, perfect. Now, when we're talking about 7mm Miami Cuban link or the 7mm Jacoji curve, those chains weigh a lot more. Same size and same point. I just have to make this point because some people get confused. They'll compare like a flat curve to Miami, be like, why is there a huge weight difference? The main difference, all of them are solid gold. All of them are extremely high quality. It's just the profile of the link is a lot thicker, which means it weighs more, and it's gonna cost more because the more something weighs, you're paying for the grams, which equals the price. And that's a good point as to why these are a bargain deal, because they're not as heavy, they are solid. And please, just listen up right here. You can wear any of these chains every single day. I don't care if you're working out 5 times a day. I don't care if you're skiing in the mountain or mowing your neighbor's lawn. Doesn't matter. You could wear it and it'll stay around your neck. Trust me. Only quality around here, and our goal is to sell you a chain you could wear for a lifetime and pass it down. So that is the mission statement. Back to the video. The 7mm size is perfect. Now, let me tell you guys, when I first started out, I had a 5.5mm flat curve. Well, I still do. I wear it every single day for 13, 14 years now. And it looked great on me. Why? Because I was about 60 pounds lighter. I was a lot smaller back then, and then life caught up to me. So I should put down the camera and pick up some dumbbells and change that. But I'm sharing that with you because the 5.5, as far as like my proportions and, 60 pounds lighter, it looked bigger on me, obviously. Now life has caught up to me. The 7mm, as far as how my overall body is now, looks kind of like how that 5.5 flat curve looked back then. So I make that point because there's a lot of people out there that are bigger, or they just want something slightly a little bit bigger in a bigger size chain. That's where the 7mm is perfect. If you look at me here, I got the 7mm Mariner 24-inch on, and it just offers a casual look. Nothing over the top, nothing like I'm flexing too much, a casual everyday look. On my neck, I got the 7mm flat curve 20-inch, the 7mm Figaro 22-inch, and the 7mm Mariner 24-inch. I want to show length references. These are the most popular length, the 22-inch number 1, 20-inch number 2, and then the 24-inch number 3 as far as how popular these lengths are. These are classic chains, and if you're like me and want a shiny chain that stands out, really look at the Mariner and the flat curve, because those chains are super shiny. And that's important because when you get a nice size chain like a 7mm, you're walking around, you're outside. Please note that I'm doing these B-rolls inside of a room. The lighting's not the best, but these things are still outshining the competitors' chains. So when you're wearing them outside in the sun, you're gonna look good, you're gonna feel good, and that extra width, when you go up a little bit for a 7mm, is gonna be nice. And back to the original point, and the best point about these chains is the gram weight isn't crazy. You're not paying for a super heavy Miami Cuban link or Jacoji curve. You're paying a reasonable price, a good price per gram, but the actual gram weight itself, and all that information is on our website in the product description, is not that bad. So that is why I say these are bargain chains, because for the gram weight, the look, the quality, the service you're gonna get, is an absolute steal. Last thing I want to offer is just the solitaire looks for each of these chains, because for me personally, I always try to like put myself in someone that's never worn a chain's shoes and see how I want to be presented, the most effective way to make these reviews. And when I'm wearing all three chains, it could get kind of confusing. So we have the 7mm flat curve 20-inch. I like the shorter length. Shorter lengths are always cool. I like the 20-inch when I'm wearing a pendant. Like if I throw a Franco on a small pendant, the 20-inch is my preference. But if you're looking for just a solitaire look, and also I have a 16.5-inch neck, so it's a bigger neck. If you have a smaller neck, it's gonna sit below that, so maybe like a 22-inch. Keep that in mind. Just because it looks shorter on me, it's not necessarily gonna look shorter on you. Just depends on your body size and all that good stuff. Next, we have the 7mm figaro 22-inch. Like I mentioned before, the 22-inch is the most popular length because I think a lot of people like this look overall. And same point, if you have a smaller neck body, it's gonna look a little bit longer, so keep that in mind. Some people go 18 inches to get that 20-inch look. You just have to adjust it, so that is an important point to make. And then last but not least, we have that 7mm Mariner 24-inch. I like the 24-inch because as I'm making all these videos, I'm unclasping, reclasp. With the 24-inch, I could just slip over my head without my hat on, of course. And that is the benefit, will always be the benefit of the 24-inch and longer chains. You don't have to mess with the lobster clasp or box lock, whatever lock you have, you just slip it on and off over your head without messing with it, and that will increase the longevity of your overall chain. So that is a plus, and also it's just kind of a casual look. There's nothing wrong with that. I think most people, when they think of a classic gold chain, maybe not within the last 5 years, they think of that 24-inch where it's kind of mid-chest, casual. That is a good look. So it's really preference, but I wanted to display these chains, guys. I think if you really want the best bang for your buck chain, you were looking for a link chain, these are really nice options to go with. Drop a comment down below what your favorite style chain is. That's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on our next jewelry video.